Welcome to the Scholars at Risk online training on making the most of a placement. My name is Shreya Bolhara, and I'm a member of the SAR protection team. We developed this training series in 2015 as a way for us to engage with more scholars, individually and in group settings, to discuss ways to take advantage of academic visits and safety, discuss how to strengthen one's skills in academia in a new country, and to discuss how to think ahead to future opportunities. We have been able to offer this training in person and are excited to be able to share this virtually as well, in large part so we can connect with and provide guidance to even more scholars. Over the years, we have heard many scholars ask questions like, how can I capitalize on my current position? What goals and skills should I be working on in order to secure a future position? And how can I work with SAR to do so? Of course, these are questions that all academics ask, but they hold more weight for those of you who have faced risk, whether that is for who you are or what you do. We know that the uncertainties around these questions are not easy, but we hope that this presentation can offer a helpful guide as you begin to explore how to make the most of your placement in a position of refuge. Throughout this presentation, I will be discussing ways to consider your needs as you look for and embark upon a SAR academic visit or another placement in a safe location. We have distilled our experience working with scholars and the advice that we have given over the years into this training, but recognize that this is a mere starting point for each individual scholar's considerations of how to approach a placement. After this presentation, we encourage you to work closely with your main point of contact at SAR to discuss your current needs and goals in more detail, as well as to share feedback so we can better support all those within the SAR network. You may already know some of the information that we are discussing today, but we hope that this presentation will serve as a refresher and also as a spark for fresh, new inspiration or ideas. You might be in a placement already or in the process of seeking a placement. Regardless of where you are now, we wanted to share advice for making the most of your current and future academic posts. First and foremost, we know that academic visits offer the opportunity for continuing your vital work. That said, they are also a key opportunity for you to plan out your next steps from a position of safety and to take advantage of all that's around you to improve your academic prospects. It's easy to get caught up in addressing the immediate concerns when in a position, such as your responsibilities to your institute, your colleagues, and your students. However, while keeping track of these closely, you should also be thinking of how your experience at this institute can help you further your academic and personal goals as a scholar. This requires asking yourself some questions about what you are working towards in your placement and what skills you hope to build to deepen the impact of your current experience and any future opportunities. When we do this training in person, we ask participants to undertake a goals exercise. We encourage you to do the same after this presentation and then email your main contact person at SAR about your goals and your ideas for accomplishing them, so we can further discuss how to help you achieve them. For this exercise, grab a piece of paper and take 2 minutes to write down your goals for your current academic visit. Then, please take another 2 minutes to write down your goals for your next academic visit. This exercise can serve as a mindful 4 minutes to prompt you to think specifically about your goals during a time when you're caught up with the day-to-day responsibilities of your position. Thinking of how to further your engagement in some of the goals you've identified might be helpful. Many of the scholars we work with have shared that often their goals are related to research, publications, and/or teaching. Identifying which topics within these strike you as areas you would like to explore is important. In the next few slides, I'll be expanding upon these categories in greater detail. If you're looking to build your research portfolio, you might be seeking to add a new research area to your existing body of work. Or you might be looking to continue an unfinished project that you were previously unable to complete and now have the ability to do so because of your new environment. This new position may also be a great way to explore collaborative research with new colleagues in the same field as you or a different field entirely. This research could also provide a great way to network and build connections within the academic environment at the institute. Considering adding new research methods or skills to your academic arsenal or enrolling in an academic writing course by using resources on campus could also prove fruitful. You may be looking to expand your publications. Publishing in international or regional publications is a great way to do so. Identifying a specific journal where you would like to publish your work could be helpful in increasing the impact and visibility of your research. When trying to identify a specific journal, however, we would encourage you to research the quality and peer review processes of the journal to ensure that your work is being published in a credible journal. Writing and producing papers is not the only way to grow your publications experience. You might want to consider exploring working as an editor or peer reviewer for a journal, as this might also lead to a better understanding of what journals want from their contributors and also serve as a source for you to find authors, or much rather co-authors, for your work. Conferences can serve as a great conduit through which to expand the scope of your work, so you may want to consider publishing your work as a conference proceeding. Whether or not you are teaching in this particular position or a future one, you may be looking to work on certain areas of your pedagogy. Teaching goals might include continuing to enhance the curriculum for your previously taught courses in a new academic environment, or it might include developing new resources for the department where you will teach. In order to do so, you may want to work on identifying resources to strengthen your teaching skills, including curriculum design, lecturing, or grading, among others. Another way to work on your teaching skills might include observing colleagues in your department teach to learn about different pedagogy. Once you have your goals in mind, it's time to start thinking about how you achieve them. Is this through making new contacts in your field, taking a specialized course in pedagogy, a new language, or content on which you would like to work? Is it through expanding your research focus into a new area? While I cannot answer these questions for you, I can share some ways to begin your journey on achieving these goals and offer guidance along the way. This is an ongoing process, and I encourage you to continually assess what you hope to achieve and how to do so. When thinking of ways to strengthen your role in a new academic environment, it is critical to think about the people and resources you can tap into. In particular, we have identified the following as being helpful to many scholars within our network: faculty mentors, students, university career centers, university social groups, events and activities, wellness centers, academic associations, and, of course, SAR. In the next few slides, I'll be going into these people and resources in further detail. We often hear from scholars that faculty mentors are key resources. This is the person you go to for academic guidance and may or may not be your supervisor, and or a different contact within your department. This mentor will be a good resource in your department, may help you with navigating the university system, direct you to other colleagues you may want to connect with, or heighten your exposure to the academics within your field in the city or country where you're located. They may also be aware of research opportunities, grants, conferences, etc. to further expand your work. If you're teaching or working with students on research, connecting with your students can be a good way to build supervisory skills, both as a lecturer and a research advisor, learn new teaching methods that may be more suitable to your current students or the new academic environment where you're teaching, and additionally, your students may help you consider new research questions and expand the scope of your research. Every university has a career services center, and many of them offer free workshops or even one-on-one sessions for those in the job search. They also often host workshops and provide resources specifically for international visitors. Have you been to your university career center? If you find yourself answering no, you're not alone, as when we do this training in person, most scholars indicate that they haven't been to their career services center. However, we encourage you to change this, as university career centers are an untapped and invaluable resource. We recommend that you go to your career center in order to learn about job search processes in general, and more specifically about how to become a competitive job seeker in the city or country in which you are located. Being in a new environment can be an isolating experience, especially at first. In order to address this, you may want to consider involving yourself in different university social groups or attending events and activities on and off campus. Make sure to take advantage of departmental events and university clubs and gatherings. You may even want to explore whether these groups are around you that you can join for an activity or hobby that you enjoy. This could help you connect to university colleagues or contacts outside academia to help you build a broader community. Many groups around campus will post about their events and activities centered around shared views, interests, or beliefs. Additionally, universities may have discounts to activities and events around the city or town in which you're located. This can be valuable not only for you to feel involved in the community, but if you traveled with your family, for them to feel involved as well. One has to take care of their professional as well as personal lives. Wellness centers are a great way to work towards managing both aspects of one's life. Many wellness centers offer workshops on work-life balance, healthy habits, and specific events for international scholars and spouses. They also offer counseling resources that may be a helpful way to talk about any challenges or hurdles you may be experiencing, and they are also often free. Additionally, SAR is happy to help you identify suitable resources for you if you're looking to address these issues. Academic associations can also be a great resource for jobs in your field. Many associations such as MESA, AAAS, or others have resources like job boards and compilations of calls for proposals and events, as well as conferences, and much more. For example, in this screenshot of the MESA website, you can see that on the left side of the page, they have links to professional opportunities for job postings, professional resources, as well as a link to explore calls for papers. Additionally, joining an academic association may come at no cost to you, as you can often seek to waive membership fees as well. And of course, SAR is a great resource as well. We are here for you to support you before, during, and after an academic placement. And if you have any questions, please do reach out to your contact person at SAR. The link at the bottom of this slide also has a host of resources for scholars, such as our Scholar Handbook, which provides advice on transitioning into your new academic community when you undertake a position. Additionally, if you're looking to expand your engagement with the work that we do on academic freedom, there are ways for you to get involved with SAR. As you can see from the table, in addition to our protection services work, we also work in the areas of advocacy and learning. Some activities include becoming a member with our Academic Freedom Monitoring Project, participating in student advocacy seminars, or contributing to research groups, and much more. To learn more about how to get involved with these sectors of our work, please visit our website. In addition to tapping into resources and people in your network, there are skills that you can work on to help strengthen your role at a university or open doors for you in the future, wherever that may be. We believe these are things we can all continually improve upon and should regularly consider in order to strengthen our skills. We realize that not everyone listening to this presentation is at the same point in their careers, and we raise these topics not because we think you are unaware of them, but merely as a reminder of the importance of continually thinking about how to adapt and improve in a new environment and with changing academic standards. Public speaking is a skill that most people feel they can improve upon, whether for teaching purposes or for research presentations, to name a few examples. Some resources to begin improving your public speaking skills may include courses offered at a university close to you or the university at which you are working that you may be able to enroll in to further your public speaking skills. Additionally, groups like Toastmasters can be a great source for improving your public speaking skills as they meet on a regular basis and provide a forum for you to get comfortable with speaking in front of an audience. My father attended Toastmaster meetings after we first moved to the U.S. During these, he was able to use and improve upon his public speaking skills on a regular basis, which served as a helpful tool in furthering his networking abilities. Other venues for working on your public speaking skills may include conferences, guest lectures, and getting involved with the SAR Speaker Series, which is an opportunity for our network institutes to invite to campus a scholar in the SAR program who can share their experiences with academic freedom in their home country and or speak about their academic experience. These visits may include a lecture, panel, workshop, informal seminar, or some combination of these. If you're interested in or comfortable with participating in the SAR Speakers Series event, please let us know. Resume and CV writing is an area where many international scholars have questions on the particular norms and standards for academic materials in their current country or region. University career centers may offer resume writing classes in order to provide a helpful basis for rewriting and reworking your resume. Additionally, individuals in your discipline may be able to offer guidance, share a sample CV with you, or edit yours. It is invaluable to have another person review your CV and suggest ways to enhance it, whether that's via formatting, grammatical editing, or content changes. Resumes should be living documents that are continually updated, and these activities on resume and CV writing can serve as a reminder of that. Additionally, some job positions require different aspects of your academic career and experience to be highlighted, and you can learn what might be best for which type of position through these resources. You should also feel free to get in touch with your main contact person at SAR, as we are more than happy to do resume and CV reviews and send our suggested changes to content and formatting. Interviewing is a skill that can be strengthened with practice, patience, and guidance. Great resources to tap into to work on your interviewing abilities could be interviewing workshops at universities, mock interviews with contacts in your network or SAR, as SAR is happy to conduct mock interviews with you and provide targeted guidance on what the norms may be within certain interviewing environments. These interview preparations may help you understand how much to share in an interview, what to explain in detail, that may be obvious to you and less so to others, and how to engage with your interviewers. Additionally, interview standards can differ from country to country, so receiving feedback as to what is generally accepted in interviews in the country in which you are located is invaluable. New classroom technologies are worth exploring, especially if you're looking to teach in your new environment. For example, you may be teaching an online course. If that's the case, you will have to familiarize yourself with the platform you'll be using and the ways in which you can adapt your teaching and materials to be most effective through an online medium. Or maybe you're looking to record your lectures to make them available for students who cannot physically attend the class. As technology progresses, so do methods of teaching within academia. So looking to find which resources on and off campus might be most helpful in understanding these technologies might improve your teaching abilities. For example, at New York University, where SAR is based, they offer courses in online learning to help professors adapt to the new technologies available within the university or in academia more generally. Perhaps your university teaching center may have resources on new classroom technologies, how to use them, and how to make them work for you. If you're seeking to build teaching skills, learn new pedagogies, or review syllabi among other teaching skills, you may want to look at resources such as colleagues, university teaching centers, and student feedback. Your university may have resources or contacts specifically designated to help with teaching. For example, at New York University, there's a faculty resources network which offers assessments of teachers and provides advice on teaching. Additionally, looking to feedback from your students through the type of evaluations offered at your school might be helpful in reviewing your syllabi and methods. Perhaps you may want to meet with colleagues who teach the same or similar courses and discuss what teaching methods they have found to be most useful in the past with students at the university. Overall, we encourage you to consider how new environments might present different teaching experiences for you and how you might respond to them. For example, one of our Syrian scholars expressed that she was not used to the large degree of student responsiveness and participation she was experiencing during her class in a position in the U.S. She utilized some of the aforementioned teaching resources to better adapt her syllabi and methods to address this responsiveness from students. In doing so, she felt more comfortable with her teaching, which prompted her to teach an online course, which added to her in-person courses, training, and teaching skills. In her case, and in the case of all scholars, looking for teaching resources doesn't mean that an individual is not capable of teaching. Rather, it showcases that they're willing to adapt and continually improve their teaching methods, as in the case of our Syrian scholar, it might even lead to further teaching opportunities. Many of our scholars often want to improve their academic writing, especially if they're writing or producing research in a new language. For this, there are dedicated courses on academic writing, which are sometimes general and other times meant for specific disciplines, such as academic legal writing. You can also seek out contacts within your discipline who may be able to offer mentorship, review samples, or provide critiques. Everyone says it's important to network, and it is, but we recognize how hard it can be to understand how to network and with whom. We think it's important enough that we created an in-person training solely on networking and plan to adapt it into an online training soon. But for now, remember that not all efforts at networking lead to concrete opportunities. However, they can serve as stepping stones to opportunities in the future, such as new research contacts, guest lecture opportunities, and generally connecting with others who have like-minded interests. For example, a scholar from Turkey with whom we work expressed that she found herself saying yes to events, guest lectures, and meetings on campus as a way of connecting with her colleagues and learning about further academic opportunities. This networking led to her learning from her colleagues about a teaching fellowship, which she ended up undertaking. These activities also led her to being able to share her experiences with her colleagues and to feel more at home in her new academic environment. In many academic environments, inviting feedback is a valuable trait. It doesn't mean that you think you're doing a bad job. Rather, it is seen as an indication of strength and of a commitment to doing a great job, to ask your supervisor for feedback or formal evaluation if that's what's preferred. It reflects well on you to ask for feedback and also allows you the chance to learn of areas you can build upon, which will only help your career. For example, if you ask, "What can I do better?" This demonstrates a desire to learn and improve. It is not viewed as an indication of a need to improve, but rather a desire and commitment to the work you're doing. You can even ask your supervisor for a formal evaluation, in person or in writing. And if students give you a teaching evaluation, we recommend using that as constructive advice to continue offering the best environment for students to learn. Evaluation is a part of the professional and academic culture in many countries, and it allows you the opportunity to learn from your colleagues and focus on where and how to grow. Building on these skills might be a matter of taking advantage of what is offered at your university, or researching what is available in your greater area and identifying how to access such resources. If there is a skill you'd like to develop and aren't sure how to, ask your faculty mentor and SAR in case we can share suggestions. When we do this training in person, we encourage scholars to turn and talk to another scholar in the room to discuss how to make the most of the placement. In particular, we ask them, what other skills do you think would help you or currently help you strengthen your role at the university? We would encourage you to take time to think about this and then reach out to your SAR point of contact to have this and other discussions in more detail and work together to identify how to achieve your goals, access new resources, and build new skills. Thank you so much for participating in the Scholars at Risk online training on making the most of a placement. I hope that the information provided throughout the presentation has been helpful to you as you consider your goals during your current or any future academic positions in a new setting. I encourage you to reach out to your main point of contact at SAR to discuss any details about your goals in more depth, as we are eager to be as supportive as possible as you consider your next steps. Please also feel free to share feedback, as we are continually adapting this training to best address the needs of scholars with whom we work. You can do so by reaching out to the contact information provided here, or by connecting with your main point of contact at SAR. We're always grateful for your input and for the opportunity to learn from you. Good luck, and we look forward to continuing our important work together.